What do tape and balloons have in common? They test girls' creativity to protect an egg in the name of engineering. Ontario universities are using outreach programs like Go ENG GIrl to attract more girls. The program invites young girls with a passion for science and math to learn about being an engineer.
They mostly build things to help the world.
As they explore, parents see the possibilities.
Well, I think it's about all the opportunities. So I think the most she gets in touch with many things that she might be interested in, I think that's how we open the doors.
Running this event is Niga Zulfagari. She says there are misconceptions about what engineers do.
They think it's a mechanic or a technician. They think it's only for males. They think they're going to sit behind a desk working alone. Whereas it's the complete opposite. They're working with teams, they have to be very creative, and they're making a huge impact on society. And a lot of girls don't know that. They don't know that engineers have a societal impact, so they tend not to gear towards it.
The provincial average of women enrolled in engineering is about 20%. There is a push for girls to enter STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, and math.
At Ryerson, we have seen an increase in our first-year class. Our percentages are going up. It's just going to take time, though, for these outreach students to get to the age where they're applying to university, so we still have to wait a few more years to see.
Even though enrollment is rising, stereotypes surrounding women in the field still exist. Ahmed Myre is in the engineering program at Ryerson. He says he doesn't see a lot of women in his program at all.
Looking at the numbers of the students, I would say men are dominating the engineering field, which is obvious. I mean, everybody knows that nowadays. They've tried outreach programs and stuff like that to get the girls into the engineering programs and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe that works, but I don't think there's too much to do. I think it's just a waiting game or a time game.
Miriam Nusser was once a Go ENG girl herself. She shed some light on what it's like to be an engineering student.
The community I find here at Ryerson Engineering and in engineering in general is pretty open-minded to any type of diversity, whether it be about race or gender, etc. But it's just a struggle that some people have outside, like, oh, you're a girl in engineering, that's so, they say so cool, and they don't really see us as equals to male engineers, which I don't feel is correct, because there's so many female engineers out there nowadays that are doing such great work.
A panel of working engineers shared their experiences with the girls. One of the panelists, Lynn Goldman, has noticed a shift between men and women in her workplace.
There's been progression in that when I go and walk around a warehouse or a manufacturing facility, I do see more women. Maybe not as engineering roles, but working on the floor, forklift drivers, whereas when I first did it, I would get stares like I was some alien from outer space walking through this warehouse.
In every discipline, whether it be engineering or something else, you need to have a balance of females and males because they bring different things to the table, especially when you're working something within engineering that's very creative and it involves team dynamic. When you have diversity, that just improves your creativity.
For years, myself as an engineer, I was always focusing on how we're the same. We all suffer as students. We're all trying to do our best in the job. But you know what? There might be a problem. I might see it differently than Bill. Shirley might see it differently than Steve, because again, there are differences between men and women.
The egg parachutes are launched to wrap up a day of engineering. Once girls go through outreach programs like Go ENG GIrl, they're inspired to pursue STEM in university. In short, more women are liking it and putting an iron ring on it. I'm Melissa Myre for Ryerson TV News.